In this video, we're talking all about game scope. Hey there, Kevin here. Yes, we are talking all about game scope today and what that means for you. So the scope of the game refers to the overall size, complexity and boundaries of the game you're looking to create. It defines what features, mechanics and content will be included or excluded from the game. Now, managing the scope is crucial in your game development to ensure that the project can be completed within a reasonable time frame. Now, I'm sure we'd all love to build the next GTA or Mario, but we do need to set our expectations to ensure that we can actually deliver and publish our game. Now, I cannot emphasize this enough, especially if you're just starting out, that this really is not to crush your dreams, far from it, but you do need to be realistic to avoid any overwhelm and ultimately giving up and abandoning your project. So here's some key elements that influence a game scope. Game world size, the physical or digital size of the game world. Open world versus smaller, linear levels or environments. Gameplay features, now this is the big one. The range of mechanics, and this can go from jumping or running or combat or crafting or exploration. And the systems that support this. Is there any AI? Will you use physics? What will the game include? Content volume, the amount of narrative, characters, quests, levels, items to be created, all of that good stuff. It's really worth thinking about what you're going to create for this first release of the game. Story and narrative will depend on the depth and the length of the complexity of the story. Are you going to add any dialogue or character development? Multiplayer versus single player. Is your game going to have multiplayer aspects in it? And what features will that include? Now, this can significantly increase the scope of your game. Technical complexity. What is the complexity of the underlying game systems and nodes that you're going to create? Are you even sure that it's reasonably possible to do what you want to do? Polish and quality, and this really refers to the level of detail and refinement you're hoping to achieve. And this can range from the look, feel, graphic style to setting time aside for fixing bugs that will almost certainly occur. By controlling your game scope early on, this will often help to avoid what is commonly known as feature creep. Now, feature creep is where you keep adding additional features and get super excited about all the things you want to add to your game. However, this does have impact and makes your game a lot harder to manage and a lot larger inside. That's not to say we're discouraging adding tons and tons of features, but you want to be on top of how you manage this stuff and ensure that you have a set amount of features you want to add for the first release. Well-scoped projects are more likely to actually be completed. So keep this in mind when you're developing your game. Once more, this is not to curtail your enthusiasm and your excitement about the game, far from it. However, it's really worth thinking about, okay, I want to add this, I want to add that, and just pick some ones that are critical to your game for the first release. You won't be able to complete everything unless you spend months or years building your game. So pick out the core features that you want to include and make sure you stick to that before releasing your game. And of course, you can add the other features as you go, or indeed listen to feedback from players and see if there's any features that you hadn't thought of that you should implement first. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Do let me know any comments if you have them down below, and I will see you on the next video.